welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. Today we are headed to Cincinnati to go to Mount Airy. There's been a few of you in the comments asking me to go to this course and play it, so we're gonna check it out today. I've actually only been there one time, and that was last year. I went with one of my friends. We did not film it. I don't really remember the course off the top of my head. I'm sure once I get there it'll be a little bit more familiar and I'll remember the holes more. I think the property is only disc golf, which is nice. There's really no interference with park goers or anything like that. As we get this drive going, just want to talk a little bit about what's going through my head, be honest with you guys. I like to be as honest as I can with you guys, or allow myself to be. The internet is kind of a scary world, so you gotta protect yourself a little bit. But you guys know I just came off of 30 days, 30 videos. That was a goal that I set out. I feel really proud of myself that I did do that. I set a goal, I accomplished the goal. But the one thing that did to me was, I guess, kinda burned me out like a little. It definitely took a toll on me, and I got pretty tired through those 30 days, 30 consecutive days with no break. So basically I've just been in this little slope where I haven't really been all that motivated to go out and film. Plus it's been so hot that it just kind of sucks to play disc golf right now. I don't know if you guys feel that. A lot of times I love the heat, but when you step outside and you're already sweating, it does kind of suck. Sucks a little bit. And then the other thing, and I've talked about this on the channel a couple of times just because it's reoccurring, but I really am trying to find that next new video type or video style for myself. The disc reviews are great and they do really well. I've mentioned that and how the views are good when I do disc reviews, but I'm playing a lot of the same courses over and over. I just took a whole year basically playing all the local courses, didn't really venture out too much, so that's been getting boring for me. So I'm trying to find that next new thing, I guess. My two ideas that I have come up with are potentially doing like a tour of Ohio where, I hit up Cincinnati, hit up Columbus, anywhere else where there's highly rated courses or higher rated courses, and kind of do like course reviews. And maybe that's something that I can let you guys know where I'll be, and maybe you can join me. That is a little out of my comfort zone, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I haven't played with a lot of you guys. It's not that I hate you by any means, I just get a little nervous basically. The other thing that I would love to dive into, and I've dove into it a little bit, but that is really diving into distance and potentially getting a trainer, even if it's an online trainer, somebody that's going to stick with me and really give me some good advice on how to fix my backhand, or not even fix it, but gain more distance, I guess. And once we got a trainer, hopefully that would give us a bunch of workouts to do, stretching to do, some sort of routine that I could put up here and show my progress. The only thing I'm worried about is if I don't progress, then I feel like it's a failure. I don't want to continue to put out videos and I just don't get better, I guess, or don't gain any distance. Or maybe that's just part of the journey. I don't know. I'm just a little up in the air about that. That's kind of what's going on with me, what's going through the brain, through the dome. Let's get to the course. I'll see you there. We made it. There's already someone out here playing, which I was shocked. He played and he already left. There's no way he played the whole course. I don't even think he would have had enough daylight for that with how early it is. I think on UDisc I saw that they had practice nets too, which is pretty cool. And also on UDisc, this place is rated 4.5. I think I already mentioned that it's pretty highly talked about. One of the better courses in Cincinnati, or maybe the best, I don't know. All I'm trying to do today is stay out of the thick stuff. I honestly have no idea what my expectations are, just because I've only played this course once. I forget it. I don't even know what I scored during that time. I'm hoping I shoot anything under par. I feel like if I'm not shooting under par, that's when I know it's a really hard course, or I just played complete trash. This is the pro shop right here. The Natty Disc Golf, Pine Ridge Lodge. So that's really cool that they have a pro shop on the course. Little area to throw in. Looks like 2 practice baskets. So that's pretty awesome. I don't know if I'll practice putt, but definitely want to warm up the arm a little bit. They even put a little turf pad on the end so your discs don't get chewed up by the concrete. Oh gosh. Not gonna lie, it would be so sick if every course had this type of area, or like all the big courses at least. Hole 1 says par 4, 489 feet. So we're going uphill on the tee shot, and I think you want a little turn, but the basket sits pretty straight. I'm gonna go 2 off of 1. I'm gonna go shift, which is pretty flippy. Try to hyzer flip and then get the turn, and then I'll go with my Zeus. That's the tree I was aiming for. Just didn't get it high enough and didn't throw it hard enough to get the turn. Similar, but lower. The shift is not terrible. I do need to get a little extra turn to land more centered in the fairway, but we are kind of looking right at the basket. Little forehand flex. Going Athena here. Oh, I just didn't flex it at all. I'd like a nice highlight on hole 1. Gonna try to put a little ante on this, so if I do miss, it sits flat and doesn't roll. Over the top. A lot of these holes I'm gonna have to go and find because I'm not sure where they're gonna be. We do have an OB road on our left. Looks like a Firebird or an Athena shot. From the tee pad, it's actually really hard to judge how far you have to go. Let's see what we can do with the Athena. Right side gap is what I'm aiming for. Nope. Oh boy. That makes me want to throw a second one, but I'm not going to, because then I'd probably end up losing it. I think I like that. I don't know if it's going to be fading enough, but I think it had the right distance on it. These baskets are kind of dark. I don't know if you can see them well in the camera or not. Obviously this green is pretty downhill. I think it's in our best interest if we lay this up, but it's still a tricky layup. Hit a root, you know, and you're all the way down the hill. Pretty boring, and that's what you kind of get if you don't hit that initial gap like we did. The shot is pretty simplistic, but I like the hole because it gives you a gap off of the tee pad, and then with the green, it actually makes it pretty difficult sloping down so much. Hole 3 looks like a nightmare. I think we're going left. Yep, going hard left. I'm curious if there's a forehand line through these trees. I will say I don't love these baskets. For me, they're hard to see. 290 feet, and I'll be honest, the backhand gap looks like jail. I see a forehand right here that I think I'm gonna go for. And I'm gonna try to go back to the Athena. It's probably short right, but I think it gives us a putt at it. Of course, it is a little scary going over the OB road. If you catch early, kick back on the road, but honestly, I think that's the best looking line on this hole. This is interesting too. For the forehand line, it almost looks like that is on purpose. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you come in too low with the forehand, you'll get caught up on that. You can see the basket right down there. See if we can get that bogey back right here. A little floppy. A little disclaimer, on hole 4, there was a mower, so I didn't go and run and see where the hole was at, and I played it completely wrong, and in the process, I also lost my Halo Wraith. I hope it comes back. I might come back and look for it, because I might just come back and play that hole when we're all said and done, just so I can say we got a full round in. But for now, I'm gonna skip it and go to hole 5. Hole 5's a par 4, 650 feet. Looks like it just follows the road all the way through. Pretty straight shot and then a dogleg right. I can only assume the road is all out of bounds. I guess we're gonna forehand my Zeus now, since I don't have that Wraith. Think like that. I don't know if I'm gonna like that skip. This was a beautiful shot. I could have been a little more left, but with that big skip, it pinched me off just slightly. I'm gonna try to go Firebird on this shot. Slightly uphill, low ceiling. Get there. Wow, it just plays so much farther than I predicted. I did not give this shot any credit. I could have went probably full driver here. One time. Yes, what a birdie. Needed that. Hole 6 appears to just be dead straight. It says 320 feet. That's what it has on UDisc as well. It is uphill, so it's probably playing like 350, 360 is my guess. Probably gonna try the trail. I just don't think I'm completely committed to the drives right now, so if we can find that commitment and confidence, I think we'll be doing fine. Once we find that, we tend to hit our lines. Oh, I just turned it. It's probably gonna almost get pin high. Wow, so I definitely thought we got up to this tree, but it's just too low, too turned over to get there. Wow, right around it. That looked good, guys. Definitely think I need to start checking the greens before I give it a full run. This does slope behind the basket, so I'm lucky I didn't roll out of bounds. Pretty long walk from 6 to 7, so come to this course, you're definitely gonna get your steps in, it appears. This one says 380 feet basket. I can just barely see the top of it. This is where I'm gonna miss that wraith that I lost over there. I can't believe I did that. So I'm gonna go Zeus instead, and I think I'm just gonna try to hang this out wide left and let it fade in. Depends how fast that gets down. That's really got to dig. Not sure it got the distance, but I think it's a look. Right now, that's about all we can give ourselves. Doesn't really seem like we're throwing great drives. I know we're off to a shaky start, but if you are enjoying the content, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're 200 away from 8,000. So trying to get there quickly, and I need your guys' help to do it. Also, I am an affiliate with foundationdiscs.com. So if you hit the link down below, using that link will help support this YouTube channel if you buy something through it. So if you're looking for some new discs or anything that I throw, go check them out first by using that link. And then Idio Sports, big shout out to them. I'm always out in the morning, so it's always dewy out. I'm currently rocking the new Evos, and they keep my feet completely dry through the round. So if you want to check those out, hit the link down below and then use SYNCUPMAX to save some money at checkout. Not shocked with this result. The forehand was nose up, so I thought it was gonna come up short, but it did dig, which is good because that road is on our right. Left side. That would have been a good one to get. I'm missing kind of these easy ones that are pretty straightforward. For the holes that we have been playing, you don't really expect a hole like this. So hole 8 looks like 235. Straight ahead. I guess we throw Praxis right at it. I was never a chalk guy, but in the summer, you almost have to have it too. Chalk and bug spray. There you go. That's my in the bag must-haves. Oh no. Wow, that comes up in a hurry down the hill. Here's an ace run for you. Come on, baby. Whew. Get up there. It's 2 in a row where I've just come up a little off, a little short and a little left. I'm a little bit concerned because I wanted to film like the pro shop after this, show you guys that, but I'm already at 47% on this camera and I only have 1 battery because usually it lasts so long. So if I start speeding up, that is why, because we're not even through 9. This is hole 9 now. 7, 8, and 9 all seem very, very gettable. They're pretty straightforward. Hole 9's 295. It is majorly uphill. I think I'm just gonna go Zeus because of that and hopefully get it there. Yeah. All right. So that's through 9 holes, technically 8, because we skipped hole 4. So far, I think the course is a lot of fun. It's not too difficult. It's definitely not too easy. It's like that nice middle ground where you still have to throw some good shots. There is a stretch of holes that are definitely very gettable, and you don't need too much distance. I feel like you need relatively just average distance. 350 feet should be enough to get some birdies, get some long looks at them. Heading into this back 9, we got hole 10 here. It's in B, 375 feet. Looks like you got 2 lines. You got this low ceiling on the left, or you got the low ceiling on the right. Basket sits pretty much straight out in front of us. 375 downhill like this. Let's try to power up on a leopard. Oh, I hit my line perfect, but don't think I quite had the juice. I fooled myself here. Pin high. Thought we were gonna land about 30 feet short. A little sketchy. Not a very confident putt, but add another birdie on the board. That's a nice par 3 right there. Really makes you choose, and you got to keep it low all the way down the hill. Hole 11 says it's 340 feet. I think a little to the right, so it might be a forehand off the tee. Definitely not a forehand off the tee. You could get by with it, but it's more of a backhand turnover. You got to start breaking right about here. This hole's definitely making you shape a shot. If you throw forehand, you're probably going to hyzer too early, or you're just going to go too straight with it. With the backhand, I think I want to throw the shift, little hyzer, flip up, and just smoothly ride right. Nope. Good kick out. I'm sure it's hard to tell on the camera the shape of the hole, but this is what I'm saying. Right through this gap, you almost just want to turn slightly and fade back out. This is my least favorite shot. Give me some slack on this. That's why. I actually think it got down there somehow. I just pull them all the time. Nope. See, this is just a really dumb bogey to take. I get a good break on the drive, it kicks out. It's just those backhand approaches, especially when I have to step out from them, they're just awful. Hole 12, 335. Looks like this is a straight backhand, or you can throw the forehand. Does slope a little right, so if you throw the forehand, I'm assuming you can expect a big skip down the hill. 335, I'm gonna go Firebird. I'm gonna go with the forehand. My camera is dying rapidly. Like, I'm actually worried that it's not gonna make it. If I really start speeding up, that's why. Time to get a new battery. I'm just shocked. Oh, I threw that just how I wanted. Got the nice little skip like I thought I would. Plus, if I can just continue doing this, my camera won't die. I'll be going too fast for it to die. 13 says it's in B, so 410 feet. Looks like it just wraps the corner the whole way. There's an OB road on the left that I'm sure comes quickly, especially if you throw backhand and you don't get it turned over. I mean, I don't know what to throw. I'm just gonna throw a forehand. I really do think it's a better backhand turnover, but I'm just not gonna risk it. This should be in bounds, should be an easy 3. Hopefully we're looking at it from there. Ah, I pushed too far. So forehand needs to be on hyzer to land more in the middle. This is jail. I knew this was gonna come up quick too, and I'm gonna see if I can put down a forehand roller. This is a big risk. And into the stick stuff. Never know, maybe we throw this in. I'm really wishing I birdied hole 12 now. Hole 14, 340, looking right at it. A gap probably 80 feet off the tee pad, going leopard 3. Got another mower behind me, so I'm trying to hurry. Come on. All right, gotta look, didn't quite get flipped up. Huge, come on. It's like up and down right now. Hole 15, 560 feet. This one's a par 4. Looks like it just continues the bend around the corner. We got mowers, we got planes, we got Chase and Change trying to film a video. What's going on right now? My plan is just to throw a forehand through this left gap, get down there a ways, and then pitch up, hopefully take the birdie. That's all I was trying to do, so I hope that puts us in a good spot. Sweet, yeah, you're just looking right at it from here. There is one branch that kind of comes into play for the forehand if you want to swing it out wide, but my plan is just to take jawbreaker zone and go more dead straight at it. Should sit. Ooh, got a little fast on the back end. We'll have to see if it ended up curling up or not. Definitely think this course keeps you on your toes. Got to make sure you stay in the fairways, throwing the right shots, making birdie putts. It just kind of came out of my hand. I am very frustrated with that. That was strictly a lack of focus. Sitting there talking, come up short on the putt. That's just silliness. Hole 16 is an interesting one, and I'm glad I went and looked at it because from the tee pad, it really looks like you're just throwing a big hyzer, like around this corner. But really you want to throw kind of a hyzer flip-up disc. You do kind of want to get around this corner, but the basket is relatively straight, so that slight flip-up will help push it straighter. It says it's 330 feet. Probably go like my flippy leopard here. Just got to get a little lucky. And it did. Wow. So I actually obviously pushed that a little too right, but that was the idea. Should be 2 birdies in a row, but very happy with how I played that. I picked the right disc for it. Hole 17, par 4, 535 feet. Off the tee pad, you're throwing uphill, then it kind of levels off and goes back downhill. If we land pretty straight out in front of us or just slightly left, looks like we just have a hyzer to the basket. See, that's gonna be too far left. I'm worried that I'm gonna pinch myself off right there. I think I'm gonna go jawbreaker zone here, and it's just gonna be a hyzer. So as long as I get the right distance, it should be fine. That's 2 inside, isn't it? Woo! Surprising make there. Pretty wobbly and didn't really feel all that confident, but glad it fell. We got the last one here, hole 18. It's an A, 267. Looking right at it, I'm gonna go buzz. And then after this hole, we're gonna see if they're done mowing on hole 3, which I'm sure they are, or hole 4, I keep saying hole 3, and replay that. Yep, I was scared that was too much height. Sit. We are back to hole 4. This time I know where the basket is. The first time I played it, I thought it just followed the road all the way and then went around all the trees up there. So that's why I ended up losing my Wraith, because I forehanded it around everything and then I don't know where it went. But where the basket really is, it's pretty much just dead straight, 480 feet. And they do call it a par 3. Hopefully this time we can play it a little better, see if we can get out with a par. Going Hades. Nope, that's probably gonna be a bogey. Now we gotta deal with this one branch. If that wasn't there, it'd probably be pretty easy. You try to go leopard. You try to hyzer flip it under it. Pretty much like that. Wow, can't believe I did it. Still gonna be short, I think. I'm not gonna lie, what a freaking shot to give myself a look. That was beautiful. I don't know how I saved that, but let's go. All right, guys, quick little recap of how we shot. I feel like if I came out here and shot it again, I'd do a lot better, but at the same time, I feel like this is one of those courses where you come out here and have just a miserable day, missing all the lines, or you could come out here and have a scorcher. Like, I think all the holes, if you have the distance that I have, which isn't a ton, but if you have that, I feel like all of them are birdieable. So going back to put that par in on hole 4, we shot 3 under. Should have shot 4 under, but missed that little doinker, and that was just a bit annoying. So we had 2 birdies on the front, 1 bogey, and then on the back we had 2 bogeys and 4 birdies. Heated up a little on the back 9, but just couldn't get away from the bogeys. You know what? I am happy to shoot under par. That was our goal. I didn't know what I'd shoot, so as long as it's not over, I can be happy about that round, even with the slow start. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. The pro shop doesn't look to be open yet. I think it opens at 10, but I don't think I'm gonna stick around to wait. So I'm sorry about that. Kind of feel like a bad YouTuber for that, but I think I'm ready to be home, and I don't really need any extra discs at the moment. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.